Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, and David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Brown will throw it. Makes his connection. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Motion from the offense. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Spartans are rolling down the field. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Dialing up a second down pass play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got a man. It's Lockhart. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You've got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, San Jose State.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Fresno State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'll be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Brown wants to pass. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Lining up to convert third down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll run it from the gun. And the Bulldogs get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They've been running it, but now the pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, it's Keene. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Fresno State will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Out of the backfield, he's open. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. He'll do it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Fresno State right back to the line.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Keene. Fires to the right. And the pass is intercepted. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Lockhart. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lockhart. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. Using the quick game. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
San Jose State 10, Fresno State 0.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Split backs here. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. On the option. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the gun to give, looking for room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Makes the grab over the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. To the air. It's King. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Finds his back in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least... And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Vanderbilt rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Fresno State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Going up top on first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the catch. It's Moss. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Keene. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to a nice touchdown, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here.
Makes the grab on the left side. Open runway ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Spartans.
Number 3.
Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
San Jose State.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Complete in the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking for a man. It's Keene. Finds his tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. He's got it on the right. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Quarterback on the keeper. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Off play action. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. And that pass picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Brown will throw it. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. He has been in see-ball, get-ball mode all day, and he is making his mark in this rivalry game, guys.
I'll tell you, he was sick and tired of reading about and hearing about the offenses coming into this one. This guy had his own designs and his own plans. He has been balling, David, all over the field.
And it's so fun. A rivalry game, you have so much emotion, so much passion. Well, guess what? You can let that out on defense. And
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
They didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Maryland proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Terps team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He finds his man. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. To the air, it's Keene. Gets it out fast. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. They'll try to pop the draw. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Fresno State will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Complete to the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He's going to pass. And he's got it at the 25. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Spartans want to crank the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the D deny them on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, San Jose State. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
How about this? These guys are going for two. They'll try to run it in. He gets it into the end zone for the two to push that lead out to 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
28. Fresno State, 21.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll off one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. Looking to throw, it's Keene. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Brown wants to pass. He's got an open man. Off to the races to the right. 10. Touchdown, Spartans. They move on top here in the fourth.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set.
San Jose State, 35. Fresno State, 28.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think, put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got...
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Keene. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He looks that one in nicely. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The back goes in motion. To the air, it's Keene. It's complete. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
One of of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's taking the shot. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the cake. Got it in the middle. It's Lockhart. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The inside handoff. And the Spartans get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown will throw it. Caught. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Smashes through.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. Slams it ahead. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it. Touchdown, San Jose State. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.